Returning to our shop, Arcturus was back from vacation. Aberforth caught him up on our recent adventures. Daphne rested. William returned from community service, and the kid watched the shop while we prepared. Yvelt arrived. Aberforth showed the idol's authenticity, and Yvelt left unhappily but promised payment. We went about our usual routines. Terry went shopping, Arcturus researched, Aberforth thanked the kid, and I found a news article mentioning Navarro Silvermane's lost servants. We discovered an enlisted Jade Falcon statue on our shelf, which unexpectedly came to life, attacking Aberforth and Terry. A spirit haunted the shop, resisting my attempts to calm it until it departed, drawn by a rod of wanderlust. Quickly, we decided to return the idol, stopping up on water and leaving the kid in charge. We reached the shrine in Medoon, cleared traps, and restored the idol, summoning the spirit. Terry glimpsed the crimson gates. We regrouped and made our way back to the shop under the unforgiving afternoon sun.
That is a very abridged word.
It is.
All right. So it's been a few days, enough that you guys are all rested up. And you guys are hanging out in the shop. And, you know, you're helping a couple customers. Is there anything you guys wanted to do?
Not help customers.
Not help customers. Got it.
Daphne's hiding in a back room.
Yeah, Aberforth's away on business, so you can get away with this kind of shit.
Well, Arcturus is interested in engaging with the customers and asking them about leads and if they haven't, all kinds of stuff along those lines, what their interests are, why they're coming here to our shop, and not just trying to sell stuff, but getting info from them.
Man, I'm so glad I spend 5 out of 7 days of the week dealing with customers, so I can spend 2 hours dealing with customers in my free time.
Okay, so you're just chatting up a customer. He's got like this odd little box in his hand, and he's trying to figure out what it is. Inside the box is like nestled in some like sawdust or whatever is a small like ointment container. And he looks at it and he's like, "Can you tell me what this ointment does?"
Well, I mean, I'd be happy to analyze it, see if we can come up with any information about it.
Fantastic.
Oh, you want me to do this right now?
Yeah, please.
All right, let me have it. I'll take it into the back room just a moment.
Right. Gear usually handles that kind of stuff.
Where's Gear?
Could I interest you in some of our wares? We have a new special going on.
I mean, that tall fella with glasses was going to help me, but sure. What deals you got?
We have this potion here for anyone that spends more than 50 silver. It is a potion that would help you fight small 6-legged insects.
So like spiders and scorpions?
Spiders have 8 legs.
Oh.
This is a potion of resist ants.
Oh, okay. Got it. Can you see if he needs help in the back? I mean, I don't really need a potion of resist ants. Thank you, though.
No one ever does.
And
I'll take my leap to the back.
Will's out back, perusing some of the tomes.
Will just sees Daphne slumped in a corner with what are clearly just like fake awake eyes.
Painted on her eyelids.
Yeah, just painted on her eyelids.
Who's in the bathroom? Why is there always someone in the bathroom?
Arcturus, the customer's getting antsy. which is all the more reason he needs that potion to resist ants. Do you need help?
You raise a good point.
Oh, I should not have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Are you sure you've been
Sure, we
studying
can-
lately?
Oh
can
yeah,
look into
true.
I've got I'm examining the box and if there's any marks on it and the jar of ointment inside it.
Perusing through our list of inventory, can I find anything that would list that with a 10 investigation?
A 10 investigation. I mean, you got a pretty large binder of stock that you need to keep track of. You don't find it immediately. It's gonna take you a few minutes flipping through. It looks like this is like way in the back. Like this is some old product that you've got.
I'll take out my alchemist kit and do a few minor tests to it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an alchemy check. Okay, you know what it is. It is a. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's I had it memorized. It's an unguent of. I had a really good joke for unguent of wound closure, but now I can't remember it.
Unguent of hound closure.
And get to wound closure, it just reels in a fishing rod.
It was something along those lines. It was like wound. I've lost it. I had it like right up until you asked me what it was. I hate myself.
Funny stuff.
Funny stuff. Yeah, I had it right up until you asked me. God damn it! It was sitting in my head.
Wow, oh my god, look at the stream numbers, they're exploding!
Oh my god! It was unguent of...
Unguent of emotional wound closure. You're like, my dad didn't leave because of me. Wow.
Yeah, let's say it's that. It's emotional wound closure.
That's pretty great, actually. Therapy in a jar.
I mean, it only lasts a couple hours, but yeah.
There you go, back downhill.
We could make a killing. We need to save a sample of this and try to recreate this thing. Can you imagine how many people would keep repeat customers? My God.
I don't think you want to do that. Tests reveal that the main ingredient is the tear of an orphan. I don't feel like torturing kids.
You don't need to torture them, you just need to find some really sad orphans.
Not hard. But
Listen,
I'm not gonna.
When you buy from us, you get a guarantee that you are using only sustainably, ethically harvested orphan tears.
Free range orphans.
We got a room in the back. We just show them sad movies. It's fine.
Something, same effect with 3 Mortys and a car battery.
We just get them all bikes, but don't teach them how to ride them. And we just wait for one of them to fall over.
No, you
Works
just have
every time.
you have a very profitable side hustle as prep cooks, and you just have them cutting onions constantly.
Every purchase of emotional wound closure comes with 50 pounds of cut onions.
Yeah. As you guys all come out of the back room, because apparently all of you went in the back room, that guy's gone. He got tired of waiting. But there is someone who is still in the store. He is a rather tall man. He's obviously like a human from the Rimmon district. He's got the complexion and manner of dress, and he's wearing like a fine silk turban, and he's got like green silk like flowing robes, and very very loose clothing under them, and he's the amount of opulence on this man clearly marks him as like at least a minor merchant lord. Like this guy has some serious cash. And he sees you guys all come out of the back room, And he goes, here, yes. You, sir, I need to speak with Mr. Aberforth.
He's taking a quote-unquote spa day. Something about almost dying.
Right. Well, surely someone here can help me.
Are you having a problem with ants by chance?
No ants, as it were. I hear tell that you lot are treasure hunters.
Of a sorts, yes.
Fantastic. And he gives you like this big smile. He reaches into his robes and he pulls out like a piece of parchment and he throws it out on the counter. On the parchment is like a rough sketch of a rather fiendish looking mask. And the man tells you, I am looking for a particular artifact. Belonged to a tribe of heretics before the Sundering. I wish to have this mask. It would look fantastic in my collection. I'm willing to pay any price for it. Within reason, of course.
Where was the mask? I'm going to ask you the standard 3 questions.
Of course.
Where was it last seen? Is it cursed? And are you wanting to take are you willing to hire us today for half now, half later?
Well, the mask is, as far as my scholars are aware, not cursed. However, it is very dark origins, so I imagine its location is rather dangerous.
Sounds curse adjacent. We're gonna have to ask for an extra 25 gold hazard pay.
That's a fair deal, I suppose. Aside from that, I'm afraid I can't tell you too much else, other than these cultists, they had a temple deep within the Pride Lands, to the north. I imagine a few gnolls will not be that much of a problem for you.
So he gave us a picture of it, right?
Yeah, it's...
Can I make a history check?
Yeah.
15?
As far as you're aware, his scholars are pretty much on the nose. This definitely looks like the kind of mask that would have been used in some kind of heretical ritual, pre-Sundering. Since the Sundering, there's really no, like, hell, so there's no devils to worship, so, like, having a fiend-oriented mask doesn't really do you any good. But this is definitely something that someone who is like in the worship of a fiend or some such would wear.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's asking to find like a 2,000-year-old relic off in the middle of the savannah.
Would a survival check or some other similar check let me know more of the whereabouts of these formerly fiend worshipping tribes, like a specific devil mask leading to a specific shrine?
That would be
Or a history
religion.
or
Trying to
religion.
trying to match the mask to a specific shrine would probably be more religion.
Hey, I'll try that.
You're actually really good at religion. The mask is tied to a devil named Mezadul.
Could you spell that for the rest of everyone? Because obviously I know how to spell that.
Mezzabool. Mezadul. And Mezadul was like one of the lesser devils. I mean, he was still a pretty bad dude, but he was kind of all the other devils' bitch, for lack of a better term. He was like low on the totem pole. Still like immensely powerful compared to mortals, but like he's like a nobody cosmically speaking. And then the Sundering happened and hell blew up, so now he's definitely nobody. It's a duel.
Any chance of knowing where a shrine to Mezadul would be located? I know he said it's to the north, but
Yeah, go ahead and give
there
me
is a lot of north.
Yeah, there is quite a bit along north. Go ahead and give me a survival check. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of the northern lands are largely unexplored by like modern tribesmen because that's all Knoll territory, and the Knolls are savage murderers who, like, anybody who enters their territory, they don't really like talk with you. Like first, they just kind of start shooting arrows and throwing spears and tearing people apart.
So you'd say that their ferocity is notorious?
Yeah, they're notorious for being ferocious. And
damn. Well, I'm glad I took Knoll as one of my languages.
yep. But yeah, it's pretty spooky land up there. If you're not careful, you will get attacked by just random gnolls just out there wandering around looking for people to attack. And that makes it pretty hard to map out the northern lands. But the Raymond man says, is this a job that you can do?
We haven't even gotten your name yet, and I apologize.
Oh, no. Apologies are all mine. I am Hazakal Al-Rimin.
Oh, yeah, obviously I know how to spell that.
Hazakal Al-Rimin.
Well, I'm gonna take a mental health day.
It's at this point that Daphne emerges from the back and goes, you got the shop. I'm taking my lunch break.
Literally no difference.
What do you guys think? I think we should take it.
Whoa,
Show a little initiative. Aberforth will appreciate it.
Whoa. You guys got like a gig? Like a high
Yeah, of course. You know, you were paying attention, right?
I was here doing my job, just like the rest of you. Clearly.
Good. So then you're up to speed.
Yep, I sure am.
So we agree we will go get this mask for you, and you will take the satyr off of our hands.
Sure, I will gladly do that.
Wait, hey, what?
Nice deception check.
Whoa. I am not being sold into the slavery 3 times.
3 times?
Don't ask.
Let me guess. You got blackout drunk one night and woke up on the bottom of a slave ship.
My dear,
No.
I assure you, I treat my slaves very well.
Okay, no. That's not what's happening. For your information,
Unfortunately,
I'm
she's
going
not.
to shut up now.
Unfortunately for you, she's not mine to sell. So.
I'm
well,
no one's to sell. Thank you very much.
I suppose I will have to pay you to fetch the mask for me then.
Yep.
So be it.
Right. Yep. Mask. Know what that is.
if does anybody have any more questions for the Rimmon man?
We need to discuss price.
Ah, of course, of course. How much do you think a job like this will cost?
It's cursed. Cursed adjacent, excuse me. He starts punching numbers into this big old machine on the counter. It's how far away, roughly?
It's in the north. It could be several miles, could be right next door. I do not know. Part of the job is you must find the temple.
That wasn't a question for him, that was a question for the DM.
It's gonna be at least 6 miles north? Let me pull up the map.
We're gonna factor in 5 miles there and back. Which in this harsh environment is roughly, if we decided what it was, like a mile a day? Half mile a day?
No,
it's some half mile an hour.
Half mile an hour?
At a slow pace, it's half a mile an hour. It's
Oh,
1 mile an hour.
1 mile an hour. So like it's a day there, day back.
Yeah, about 5.
It's gonna be 2 days in travel alone, plus expenses.
Plus a day of exploration, assuming we head right to it.
Assuming we get right there to it. There's also our hazard fee for going into the north. And
A couple of buffer days in case we don't get it in the right direction the first time, so add in, say, maybe an extra 2 days.
I'd say a good base would be 500.
I will gladly pay 500 gold for the mask.
250
Oh,
up
sorry.
front.
This is the base. We're still calculating. It's 100 gold per day.
Well,
plus,
this is-
of course, the hazard fee.
Well, this is why we go half now, half later, is that we may incur additional expenses in our travel.
Yes. Plus expenses. Sure. Why not?
So we're looking for a down payment of 250 gold to start.
Give me a persuasion check.
Diddle-doo-doo-doo. Da-da-dum.
He goes. Of course. Here, take these trade routes I happen to find in my pocket, and he hands you like two very large gold plates, and a small sack of 50 gold.
Alrighty. And congratulations, you have hired Mr. Aberforth's treasure hunting services.
Fantastic.
Huzzah!
I.e. maths.
You said 2 days. Are you leaving tomorrow?
What time of day is it?
It's like midday, early morning, like 11 o'clock ish.
We'll get our
We can start this-
we'll get our preparations done today, and we'll leave first thing tomorrow.
Fantastic. I will see you 3, maybe 4 days from now.
I'd count an extra day just in case.
So 4 days then.
Yeah, wouldn't be
Fantastic.
too bad. Yeah.
And he turns around and he practically glides out of the store.
I will split the gold between who's here, so we each get 50 gold to prepare with.
Cool. Okay, maybe this is just me being paranoid, as usual, but is it me, or is it kind of a pattern where a weird guy comes into our shop and offers a suspicious amount of money to do an ill-defined job, and it turns out to be really bad?
You really have not been in Bastion long, have you?
Also, that's just being a treasure hunter.
Yeah.
The people who want to buy treasures are not good people.
This belongs in a museum.
Well, whatever. Money's money. And Daphne.
Yeah, I gotta pay my tuition.
Essentially, I'm just filling up my water skins and grabbing some rations.
Alrighty.
So I did pick up create water. So
Nice.
yeah. So if we're traveling, we've got the water problem pretty handled.
At the cost of your spell slots.
That's why I'm still taking my water skins, and plus you need a thing to create them in.
Create water's not a ritual, is it?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do also need a vessel to create water in, I believe.
So we just gotta find a 10-gallon bucket.
Yeah, just a 10-gallon bucket. Those are just kicking around.
I mean, you can stop and dig a 10-gallon hole.
Yeah, then
Definitely.
there's dirt and water.
Daphne just holds the hem of her tunic out.
It's like
I
a
can carry
gallon
a
at
bucket.
most.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. Where are you guys? Are you guys even on this map? You are on the map. Here you go. Let's grab a token that's you guys. Let's see.
I will say we should head off a few hours before sunrise, so we don't have to make checks for like the first couple hours.
Is that a flump?
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah!
My boy!
Alright. So this is gonna be you guys. I believe anybody should be able to move. Oh, it's
Nope.
token locked. Oop, there we go.
Ah, flying pancake monster, I love you.
It just rotated. Alright. So you guys get all your shit together. You rest for the night, and you head out bright and early first thing in the morning.
Yeah, I'm getting a winter kilt, a warm set of clothing.
Okay.
Before we head out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, gonna do
Yeah,
the
it's the same
same.
thing, actually.
That's like the only thing I don't have.
I got a blanket. I'll be fine.
A set of warm clothes will run you 1 gold.
I'm good.
I've got fur.
Yeah, but unless you have cold weather adaptation, it's not going to do you any good. So you guys set out first thing in the morning. I'm going to give you the first hour free because you guys leave early in the morning. So you don't need to make the on check against extreme weather, but it does warm up pretty quick.
I wonder if I should do this before or after. Let's do it to start, because we said it's probably going to be about 6 hours. Daphne is going to take aside Year and Arcturus and go, hey guys, I got something for you. Just a little pick me up. Trust me, it's awesome. And offers you both a draught from her holy wineskin.
May I ask what this is for?
It'll make you healthier.
For what purpose?
For the perilous journey we're about to embark on, Year. My god, I thought that you were good at this job.
Might I say you might want to help William in this case, or Terry?
Ew, why?
Because the weather in the drylands does not bother me.
Do I have to?
He will give you water if you need it.
Fine. Hey, William.
Huh? Yes. Yeah. I'm awake. Don't worry.
Drink some of this if you're not a nerd.
Yeah, sure. William's gonna take a drink and just kind of glare at Daphne.
I'm not a nerd.
It is very brisk, but at the same time, invigorating. Daphne is casting Aid, so
It's hard whiskey.
yeah, you feel like a fire in your bones. Like you feel much more prepared for the big journey. So for herself, William and Terry, all of us gain +5 current and maximum hit points. So your hit point maximum goes up and your current goes up to match.
I believe there's a way you can do that. Just like type that in.
Yeah, I just typed it in. It's fine.
And Zoot, I just sent you the DM that's related to character,
Oh
but
boy.
not necessarily related to story right now.
I mean, you could just put aid effect on them.
Oh,
Yeah, you
right,
could apply the 8 spell.
I should probably do that. I forgot
Yeah.
we're playing Fantasy Ground.
Nice.
So
I just read it.
after Will takes his swig, he's like, oh, that's good. Actually, Daphne, I wanted to talk to you real quick. And he puts down his backpack, and he pulls out like it's an object wrapped in like really crappy brown paper. He's like, look, I realize you and I kind of go back and forth, and I just wanted to give you something as a little bit of a peace offering. And he holds it out to Daphne.
Daphne eyes him very. I'm gonna make an insight check. Hang. Daphne's not dumb. I mean, she is, but 17. What's William playing at? I believe it goes to the defender.
It is usually meets it beats it.
It would be insight would win on this one because you've set the DC and then the tie goes to the roller.
Yep. Like it looks like there's a bit of an ulterior motive, but it does also seem like it's it is a gift. Like it probably isn't gonna hurt you.
She narrows her gaze and carefully takes the package and unwraps it.
Inside is, hold on, let me see if I can get a description of it.
Just a bronze hand with a middle finger held up.
Okay. It is a tankard with a stern face sculpted into one side.
Huh. Where did you get this ugly thing?
Oh, you know, I was wandering around the bazaar the other day, and I saw that, and I went, oh, I know an alcoholic who would like a tankard.
Thanks.
No problem. Here to help.
She throws it in her pack. Also, that aid effect is not programmed correctly because it's not supposed to give temp HP. It's supposed
No,
to
it's
give...
not.
Yeah. You're just gonna have to apply the effect manually.
I guess, yeah. I don't like it.
That's true love right there. My wife just came all the way across the yard to tell me that they were ordering ice cream and to find out what I wanted. She didn't have to come tell me. I would never have known.
That's nice. Alright,
So I'm gonna
so
have whiskey and ice cream.
where are you guys going for the first hour, and how hard are you pushing it?
North and standard travel speed because it's morning time and we can do so without having disadvantage and all that jazz.
Normal is... Normal doesn't add any advantage or disadvantage.
The flump goes north.
It's double speed that makes you have disadvantage.
That's right. And then we need to, maybe we should travel a double speed. I don't know. We need to travel some distance, and then when we get to the heat of the day, I think we should take a break and travel again later.
You want
None
to
of this traveling for 8 hours in the high heat. That was absurd.
Yeah, that was not great.
It wasn't that bad.
But yeah, he's got it right. Like, if you guys are willing to burn a whole day traveling, you can get 3 solid hours of, like, free movement.
I mean, if we double time it, what's the worst that could happen?
You fight a bunch of dinosaurs.
Oh no.
I mean, yeah, that is literally. I mean, that's not the worst that could happen.
You double time it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm
That
a
means
sailor,
I
I'm springy.
roll 2d6, and for every 5 or 6 I get, double sixes, baby, I roll the d12, and then that happens. Happens, and oh, actually, these don't suck. As you're traveling, you guys come across a group of lizard folk who are doing pretty much the same thing you guys are, and they're taking advantage of the early morning coolness. And they stop you as you're traveling by, and their leader goes, "Stop, travelers. I feel we must warn you." And he points towards a very large oak tree, that you guys are like just about to walk near. "This one fears that there is dark magics infecting that tree. I would stay away from it."
Word.
Thank you.
Creepy tree. No thanks.
That said, would you wish to partake in any of our wares? We have various pelts and skins.
Pelts and skins, you say?
Yes.
I want a big pelt.
Fantastic. What have you in trade?
Oh. You are so in luck, because as a matter of fact, I have this rare, antique tankard. One of a kind. Hand sculpted by a master artisan. You really, honestly, you can't. Impossible to overestimate the value of this thing.
Do you show him it?
Yeah. Look at this beauty.
It is truly a beautiful tankard.
She's filling you full of shit.
She fills me with shit. I have consumed no shit.
I am so sorry. Don't pay attention to him. She stamps on William's foot.
This
With a
one does
cloven
not
hoof, no
understand.
less.
I am not full of shit.
It's just a figure of speech, honey. Right. So if you could, so I was thinking one of those really nice, one of those exotic animal prints over there in the corner of your little card there. Oh, that is so cute.
The
That
zebra.
The tankard's cursed. If you drink from it, you get immediately drunk. Even a drop of water will do it.
That
Wait,
seems
really?
less like a curse and more like a boon.
Wait, really? William, is that true?
Yeah, of course it's true.
This trinket.
What part of I know an alcoholic who might like that did you not understand?
I love that it's a
Oh.
genuine gift, and she just fuck this thing.
Oh, well, in that case, fuck the pelt. I'm keeping the tankard.
My day is ruined.
Good day to you.
My disappointment knows no bounds. You, sir, you said you wished to trade. He's looking at Terry.
Oh, your biggest, your thickest pelt.
I have the hide of a rhinoceros my tribe felled this morning.
I don't really know how to tan a rhinoceros hide, and I'm not traveling for 6 days with a rhinoceros hide on me.
Yeah, it's like 50 pounds of skin.
Ask Daphne how that went.
I overshot. I'm sorry.
Maybe
Well, we are gonna-
something more reasonable then.
Tell you what,
I mean,
will visit
I could
your,
easily carry it for
I
you
will
if you
visit
wish.
you on my way back.
May our paths cross again, Smoothskin.
But before you go, I could easily carry that for you if you wish.
I have no need of your aid.
No, I'm offering it to my companion here.
These lizard folk are a little dense. They're lizard folk.
Ah,
For reals, I have like 400 extra pounds of carry capacity if you want me to carry that for you.
you really want to carry a rhinoceros hide over hell and high water?
What's it gonna do, stink?
I mean, those things don't breathe, honey.
I assure you, this skin is properly prepared. There remains no carcass on the hide.
I kind of do want to. Is there a horn? Is the horn with it?
No, the horn's separate.
Oh. I mean,
Just be rhino hide.
Would
Oh,
it take
wow.
a cloak
Really,
of billowing?
Terry? Really, Terry? Trading in ivory?
Ivory is like the
Terry has
Tribeland's
no
biggest
balls.
export.
Daphne has no idea what the problem is. She's just heard that that's something that's unethical.
This one senses powerful magics in that cloak. I would happily trade you my rhino hide for it.
I'll take it and I will make it to billow and show it off, and I would gladly take a rhinoceros pelt for that.
I'm sure the cloak will fetch a fine price at the markets.
Okay.
The rhino hide is yours. You have 50 pounds of rhino hide.
I'm carrying it for you. I'll give it. I shall return this to you whenever we return safely to.
Literally, the
I'm-
second it touches your skin, you immediately break into a sweat.
You are a saint. You will be compensated. I will give you one item out of my sack.
Thank you. And I just roll the hide up, politely, of course. I don't try to crease it or wrinkle it, and I stuff it into my bag.
It came rolled up, so.
Nice. Well, then I leave it rolled up and I put it
And
in my
as I
bag.
say, I
Nice.
give you an item out of my sack. My sack glows mysteriously.
What pack did
Like a
you
little
take?
hobo sack.
Are you the
Ooh.
warlock that Zach made?
No, I thought he was Fey packed.
Well, I am Fey packed, but I got a magic sack.
What's your magic sack? Are you?
The Spade Pack Magic Sack? Nice.
Yes.
But what magic sack did you? What?
Listen,
Packed to the tome, but it's a sack.
Oh,
Pull
okay.
my spells out of my
Pull yourself.
little
Okay.
hobo terry cloth.
Okay, that makes sense.
listen, I don't know, but the last time a guy told me he had a magic sack, I was severely disappointed.
A womp womp. And that's how we woke up in slavery.
But
Chasing a goblin around the house. Okay. So you guys are hanging out for the rest of the day, and you're gonna try and get 2 more hours of quick travel in at the end of the day. Chilling out
we all
and
have
camping
warm
during the hot part?
clothing. We all have the warm clothing, so we could travel into the night as well.
Yeah. The thing the warm clothing does is it just keeps you from making them at disadvantage. So you get the same problem, just you don't have disadvantage on the cold checks for having the warm clothing. Yeah, the warm clothing doesn't give you cold resistance. It just makes it so that you're not out there bare-chested in cold-ass weather having disadvantage on the saves.
Fine.
And it's just like you can't get more naked, so like it's the having heavy clothes during the day that gives you disadvantage, like heavy armor and shit.
So we traveled for 1 hour at double pace, so we got 2 miles.
Yeah, you got 2 miles north, and then you got 3 more to cover until you're the most northern part of the district. Like
Alright.
you guys are looking for a tomb while you're doing this. So like, if you're going double time, you're gonna end up having disadvantage on your investigation checks to find the tomb.
But we've only traveled 1 hour so far, right?
Yeah. I'm just talking like in the evening. If you decide to double time again, you'll have disadvantage on those skill checks to find the tomb.
Well, why don't we travel for 1 more hour while the weather is still polite, at least? Get a little bit further in and move this at a slower pace since we're getting closer to the terrain in question. After that, we rest for the day and we'll resume traveling at a standard pace come the evening hours.
Also, it's not like the first DC is hard to get. It's a 5.
Right, but there's no point in having to use that right now. Plus, if you do get it, you fail it, you're, fucked for the rest of the day. Or 5 days. All in favor? Continue traveling 1 more hour at a more leisurely pace?
Yeah.
Most rational. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, the next hour will be in the heat because you burned your 1 hour of nice weather.
I recall you saying that there were about 2 hours of nice weather in the morning and 2 hours of nice weather in the evening, and the rest of it was god awful.
I said 1 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
Oh, that sounds asymmetrical. Fuck that. We're gonna travel 2 hours in the evening then.
It is asymmetrical. It's on purpose. Okay, so
I would not have argued for that if I'd known that it was asymmetrical.
no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to take a break the rest of the day and then travel in the 2 hours of the evening, that's fine with me. You have a rather uneventful but hot, sweaty, and uncomfortable day. Just kind of hanging out in the Pride Lands. You see several large creatures pass by on the horizon, and off in the distance you see a couple of fires start and then stop as campfires or something are started. And every so often you hear the distant cackle of gnolls as you start getting closer and closer to the Pride Lane. The sun begins to set, the weather starts to cool, and you are once again able to continue on your travels. How do you want to do it, and where do you go? Are you making checks to find the tomb as you do it?
I think we begin looking for the tomb now. We're a couple miles north. It could be anywhere between here and, well, the Skybox.
I really like the idea that in all of this travel, Arcturus just suddenly stops and goes, "We look for the tomb now."
I mean, it's not too hot to do it now. You guys don't want to get levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, Daphne, I think, is gonna stick to her core skills. Can I try a survival check? Just
Drinking and passing out?
So survival will keep you from getting lost. It'll also help you find food and water, and stuff like that. It'll also help you keep out of the direct path of wildlife and stuff.
That seems important at the moment.
Yeah, it could be. So if you want to give me a survival check, it'll give you advantage on a stealth check to avoid a wild animal encounter. Doop-a-doop-doop. Hey, you make it.
Cool.
Yep. Daphne does a good job of pointing out, oh, we just saw a bunch of T-Rexes come by this way. Let's not go that way.
T-Rex mating season.
Yeah, God.
Oh,
you can smell
no.
it for miles.
What's other people doing? Daphne's keeping the animals off you.
I'm looking for landmarks, places that look like burial grounds, using my intuition. This is haunted ground.
You're trying to feel out. Oh, you're trying to use nature? Yeah, so you use your nature to suss out unnatural plant growths that might suggest that there's architecture involved. You look around, and while you do find some small remains of once stone structures. None of them really have any promise as to like being the tomb. You find like the foundation of an old house.
Man, wouldn't it be really funny if that tree the lizard folk told us not to go near is the tomb?
It
I
would
mean,
be.
you can go near it if you want.
No.
Yes.
Well, hear me out. Dark magic. We're looking for a devil.
Good point. You may have to check it out on the way back.
I'll be right back. I'm still wrangling.
Good luck.
Well, I mean, if Year wants to come along and investigate this tree with me.
I'm
That's
gonna
like
wait for
an
the
hour back.
I'm gonna wait for the DM so I can roll religion on any kind of see if there's any kind of what the word am I
We
looking
didn't
for?
even make it
This
to
is
the
why- this is
no
why I-
lands yet.
This is why I have ChatGPT punch up the language because I can't
Yeah.
find the word I'm wanting.
Spirit
Is there
time
any correlation between this tree and Mezzadul
So what are you rolling?
religion?
Go ahead and roll it.
Nope.
Nope. It just looks like it looking like a tree.
No, it looked like a tree.
You know,
We're
it looking
done.
like a tree.
We're good.
Everyone knows
Um,
devils hate trees.
I would use my athletics to help us clamber over some of the rough terrain
Hmm.
and see if we can locate stuff that way. Just good old fashioned
Yeah, you can go
hard
climb
work.
you can go climb like a big rock or something, or like move some debris, looking
I'll
for
climb a
like entrances for a tomb.
I'll do both of those things
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check to
in the same roll.
be strong. Hmm.
Yay!
The rocks that you do find that could potentially hide tombs behind them are a bit too large, and it's not even that they're too heavy for you. It's just that like they're rounded on the bottom, or they're just like too damn sharp to get a decent handhold on. But you find no tomb entrances, at least in this hex. Did you? Yeah, that's just a tree. Unfortunately, as you get close to the tree to inspect it, you do get like this creeping sense of dread, as if like there's something like fierce, dark, and like eldritchly unknowable lurking within the shadows of the roots of the tree.
So a portal to the shadow wilds.
Yep.
Yay!
Was literally typing that.
Oh, the mask isn't through there.
I hope not. We're level 3.
There's displacer beasts back there.
Ah, well. On to the next tile, I guess.
Are you nerds done looking at the scary tree or what?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I'm all set.
All right, next hex.
Northeast or northwest?
Where you guys? Which one you want? Left or right?
Let's go right.
Right. Okay. You guys go this way. You hear a bit more of the gnolls. They're getting a little bit louder. Also, as you travel, you come across a camp. It looks like it was a camp set by definitely not gnolls. It's way too like the stuff in the camp is way too new. Gnolls usually just kind of scavenge everything and use it until it breaks. So they very rarely have stuff that looks new. But the camp has some pretty good supplies, and it is a bloody mess. Looks like a very hard fought fight happened here, and you find the corpse of a gnoll and a hyena, but no other humanoids.
You say there's a lot of supplies left at this camp?
Yeah, there's some supplies.
Like, what kind of supplies?
Like some food, like just regular, just like mundane camping gear.
So,
and
would
you
gnolls
find
use
a
camp-
you find a sack with a bunch of like small clay tiles in it.
Do I know enough about gnolls to know that they would use camping gear if provided with it?
Give me an insight. Give me either insight or survival.
Listen, if I know anything about gnolls,
If I know anything about small clay tiles, they came from our first adventure.
So, those tiles are ceramic. You know that gnolls will typically like scavenge whatever is like immediately useful to them, which is usually like weapons and food. They don't really care too much about cooking supplies. However, you also know gnolls just like slaughter people and just like eat their corpses on site. Like they don't worry about cooking or anything like that. Like a gnoll attack is usually just littered with body parts and skeletal bits. And none of that is here. The only corpse you found was of a gnoll and a hyena. It is very unlike them to take captives.
oh god, we found Meryl.
So whoever was here didn't lose to the gnolls, but they didn't stop long enough to break camp and collect their belongings. Maybe there was a pitched battle between the gnolls and somebody else, and then a third party entered the fray. I start looking around for like dinosaur footprints and stuff.
I was about to say, if there was a hellacious battle here, is there any like footprints or I guess paw prints in this case?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, cool! I'm good at that. Apparently not that good.
So the only thing you really see is it looks like something large or several smaller things were dragged through the grass to the northwest. Because there is a spot leaving camp where the grass has been kind of matted down, and there's like a blood trail through it. Like all the grass is flattened and bloodied as something was dragged through it in that direction.
Cool. Hey guys, I've got a super hot idea. Let's not go that way.
What's up with these
I agree.
tiles?
For once, I agree with you.
In the tiles
human
is
sacrifices being cults, and we're looking for a cult.
in the sack of tiles is each one's about the size of a quarter or a $50, and they just look like simple clay pogs, and on each of the pogs has been scratched into it like a very simple like pictogram of like a campfire or a tent or bedroll or like a turkey leg.
Oh,
I know what those are.
Yeah, I think I know what they are too.
Are they hexagonal?
They like to play Settlers of Catan in here.
No, they're not hexagonal. They're like roundish.
Well, I'm gonna leave it alone because it's a dead person's belongings, so I'm not gonna touch it.
Okay.
You're a freaking grave robber.
No.
No,
Listen,
no,
if they're dead
we're
for
not.
long
We're
enough, it's
archaeologists.
I am not a grave robber.
Bounty hunter,
Note,
archaeologist.
note, I have never touched any of the stuff we've taken.
So you're an archivist.
Also,
Yes.
also,
that is
it's
his entire character.
also
Wow.
it's only grave robbing if they died within the last 60 years.
Wow, Year, that's a loophole even I'm impressed with.
I come from a tribe of storytellers.
So Terry did raise a good point. Sacrifices were dragged away, perhaps.
I thought it was like a super old ancient cult that isn't around anymore.
Well, it is a super old ancient cult, yes.
Yep.
And the devil's not around anymore. Do you think the gnolls are aware of that?
Is that religion still around?
No. It along with the majority of Bastion's religions died out in like the first 100 years after the Sundering. You know, without actual gods there to answer prayers, people kind of stop praying.
See? I know shit.
Said the one whose god refuses to answer prayers from?
Have you been reading my diary?
No.
Well,
And for your information, okay, she's gonna get back to me. She's just, you know, it's a long way, okay? She's from a different plane.
You wouldn't know her.
You got left unread by a deity.
Shut up, Year!
My god's from the next town over. You wouldn't know her.
She doesn't go to school here.
So what are you guys doing?
well, have we explored this hex? I know we've looked around this random encounter, but have we?
Yeah, you
looked around
stumbled
the
into the
rest of place?
camp, and that was about it.
Let's look around the rest of the place. I'm gonna be all athletic again.
Okie doke.
Hey, a roll
Ooh,
over
hey,
10.
that's pretty good. You climb a small like rocky outcropping to get a good vantage view. And
knoll?
you you see again to the northwest several large campfires have been started. You can see there smoke fumes, smoke plumes, kind of wafting into the sky. You also notice that they're coming out of what looks to be a small grove of trees on the savannah, and it looks like the center of this grove has been more or less carved out. Several of the trees have been felled, and there's smoke where they once were.
I relay this to the rest of the group. That seems suspicious, perhaps promising.
Do you think the group of fires indicating presence of people in an area that we know is infested with murderous gnolls, it's promising?
Do you not?
No.
Well, I mean, I would assume that ancient religious sites may still have some semblance of population around them.
I just want to point out the last ancient religious site we went to had a whole swath of goblins living in it.
You know how goblins are. They find a place and they just fill in. They're like rats.
Yeah, but
Wow, that's racist.
And what is a gnoll but a large hairy goblin?
It's in the middle of nowhere. Where's the structure? We're looking for some kind of crypt, right?
Yes, a crypt, you know, underground.
A 2,000-year-old
Carved out.
crypt.
A 2,000-year-old crypt that's on a shard of exploded terrain.
Daphne, I'm happy to hear your suggestions. If you've got something else to offer.
I think we should just try a different direction. Worst comes to worst, we can charge the guy extra, say we ran into delays.
Any merchant worth his weight in salt would know some form of divination to make sure he's getting his money's worth.
Ugh.
Cultists, cultists, cultists.
Well, if you guys
That
want to
is an
walk,
odd one.
if you guys want to walk into the obvious death trap, I guess I am technically contractually obligated to follow you.
I am merely advising what I saw. I'm not suggesting we have to go that way. I just want you all to know what's out there.
We can go around it and come back to it. If we don't find it while we're going around it, we'll have to investigate it at that point.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, years with me.
Unfortunately, that's also 3 square miles more of travel. And it's going to start getting cold soon.
It's been hot all day. How cold did it get?
Like, freezing.
Oh. Daphne just looks back at the thin wool blanket that is her only form of shelter.
Have you been here long?
No. What gave you that idea?
So this is what, your second time out in the Travellands?
Like second or third.
Third? Okay.
Yeah, where I'm from, nature doesn't constantly try to kill you.
Well, where I'm from, you probably should have purchased one of those pelts so you didn't die overnight from hypothermia.
Welcome
Well,
to space, Australia.
Well, for your information... Shut up!
We might be able to do something for you for this evening. I
I'll be
you
fine.
know what?
I just,
Fine.
I
We
just-
can head to the northwest. We don't have to go north or head to the northeast. We do not have to go northwest yet.
Look, I'll be fine. I just gotta get some fire in my blood. And she starts swinging from her wine skin.
That makes it worse.
Yeah, she doesn't know that.
At least she's not drinking from her mug.
Oh shit, I forgot about my mug.
Yeah, you could totally be drinking from the mug.
No.
Get
Wait.
super shit-faced like immediately.
Wait, no. Wait. Wait, what would Parspoela do? Wait for the end. Okay.
Party when it's over.
Party when you get paid.
Alright, you guys travel northeast then. Don't need to make checks because you're being careful. Go ahead and give me them skill checks, whatever you're wanting to do.
I'm just gonna go for a raw investigation.
I'll try a perception.
I'll be strong.
I'm following the lay of the land.
And I will definitely be here.
Actually, can I just help William with invest? Oh no, you got rid of the help action.
You did get rid of the help action. Stupid.
Because you're a bastard.
As it's stupid.
Because it's a bastard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ruin this string of high rolls.
Alright.
Ruin it. Come on, do it.
Come on.
You know what? Sure. Hey, Zach, while they're all doing that, can I use my cooking utensils to cook up a hearty meal?
I mean, if you really want to.
Please don't poison me.
Hey, 16's
Yeah.
pretty good.
You got proficiency with cook's tools.
Fucking course I do!
Yeah, he's a poor college student. You think he can afford to eat out?
Putting an egg in ramen does not mean you're proficient in cooking utensils.
Yes, it does. Shut up.
Let me have this.
Osteoporosis.
Alright. I'm just gonna go down the line here. Arcturus, you continue to like climb on stuff to get a good look out and try and like move heavy rocks that you think might be blocking an entrance. Unfortunately, you still find no such entrances, but against the dying light of the day, you still see those large plumes of smoke coming from the west. You also see like several small fires, like they're being held by torches, kind of coming across the savannah, more or less in your direction, but like they could still be going kind of anywhere because of how far off they are. But they are kind of coming to the east from where the fires are. Let's see here. Terry. Oh, no, not Terry. Daphne. Daphne, your perception check. You're keeping a lookout. You do notice that the sounds of the savannah all kind of go away. No longer you hearing like the bellows of large herbivore dinosaurs.
The braying of mighty war beasts and the lamentations of their women.
You're not hearing the braying of mighty dinosaurs or like the occasional roar of a predator, and instead it's become dominated with like the relative silence of insects chirping and creaking and buzzing about, and every so often you hear like a panther snarl.
Huh. It's kind of peaceful tonight.
Harry, you notice as you're looking around in this hex, you spend a while just kind of combing this square mile.
Getting the lay of the land.
Yeah, getting the lay of the land. The trees, the hills, they're all relatively undisturbed. You don't see anything that you think could be hiding a structure or something underneath it. And you do see that a bit of a rut has been made in the land a little bit heading to the east, telling you that there's probably a gate in that direction. It looks like several carts have been dragged into the district from that direction. However, like nature still like fights against it, and it's like the ruts are really just like two narrow grooves in the grass as it's just been run down a few times. But here, your investigation check reveals not really much of anything. You're looking for a 2,000-year-old ruin, and unfortunately this isn't the place where it's at. And Will, you make a tasty stew.
Yeah.
Ooh, piquant.
Luckily, you found a lot of cooking sherry in one of the in one of the packs.
I wonder whose pack.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Is that paprika?
So I go looking around to scavenge up some firewood.
Yeah,
Then...
seems like a fire watch is our best bet for this night, huh?
Oh, I have a separate purpose. I think a firewood is good for, of course, keeping watch. We should dig a pit for that. And then I'm also going to suggest that we dig another larger pit, set a fire, and then cover the pit with, once we get a nice bed of coals, we'll cover the pit with a lot of the soil that we dug out of the way, and lay our bedrolls on top of that so we can stay a little bit warmer.
Oh, I've heard of that trick. A buddy of mine tried it. They call him third-degree burns Ken.
You could see bone. It wasn't good.
You can
I'd
still
say
see
suit
bone.
yourself, but you don't have much to wear.
I'm sorry.
We're not complaining.
I'm sorry?
Apology accepted. do understand the word apology, right?
Yes, of course. I'm done with this conversation.
Fantastic.
Oh, I didn't roll the d6. Do. You're good.
Yeah, well, I scrounge for firewood for a while, then I dig a big pit.
Cool. Give me a survival check to survive. See if you do a good job.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you have a really hard time finding any not green wood, and you have a hard time keeping the smoke out of the fire. And you have inadvertently caused your position to be kind of given away. Let's see if a roaming band of gnolls finds you. Well, luckily these gnolls don't know what the fuck they're doing either. So you luck out.
You ever get that weird feeling like you just narrowly avoided disaster?
Nope.
I mean, you can see their torches in the distance as they like kind of search for prey in the night, and they
Daphne's back was turned.
they kind of come towards your direction a little bit, but then just like turn and start going a complete different direction. They've missed your camp completely.
Arcturus, you got too much wood on the fire. You're smothering it.
Way to go, Year.
Year shows up with a bunch of dry wood. He fixes what you had already started. He doesn't change anything. He just is like, hey, I have better wood for this.
I guess Daphne is going to start going around and just like prep the prep the ground. You know, like get all the rocks and sticks out, like you would do it if you were setting down to camp.
Yeah. You clear the area. It's. Go ahead and give me a investigate perception check.
I'm glad for that. That's a much better skill for me.
Yeah, you do a decent job. You find the worst of the rocks. Make a pretty comfortable camp area. You managed to stomp a lot of the grass down. So you guys settle in. You guys settle in for the night. You get your tasty stew that William made.
As we're kind of winding down for the night, Daphne pokes William in the shoulder.
I guess Will doesn't notice.
He's asleep.
Oh, no, sorry. I keep forgetting that we have to do push to talk. Will has his cartographer's tools out after he's finished cooking and is like charting our journey.
Hey, a minute.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, what?
Just over here.
Okay.
Just
And-
she leads him just out of earshot of the rest. So like I just wanted to say, like, you know, I kind of automatically assumed that your gift was an insult directed at me, and that was not super cool. So I'm sorry. There.
Apology accepted, and given our history, it's you know, a good thing to assume. But no, this was a genuine gift.
Well, where I come from, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Ever. Especially if it's actually a horse. Oh my god.
So,
What is Arcturus up to?
shall we draw for watch tonight, or do we just want to volunteer?
Daphne immediately collapses.
I will take the coldest watch.
Terry's well rested.
Thank you.
He'll watch.
I mean, you've been out in the heat all day. You're well rested in that you haven't overexerted yourself, but you've still had a long ass day out in the sun.
Yes, a nice, long, restful day out in the sun.
Yep.
You don't sound very collapsed. How about you draw one of these straws?
No, I'm asleep.
Who's taking first watch? That's what they're trying to figure out.
I'll do it.
Daphne is loudly and very obviously fakely snoring.
Will do first watch. It'll give him some time to work on this map.
Awesome.
I suppose I can take second watch.
William. Then if you're taking first watch, I shall tell you the tale of one of my beloved friends. And you gain... 10 temporary hit points.
Woo!
Spicy.
How long does aid last?
It
Long
lasts
rest.
8 hours.
Yeah.
Oh,
8
okay.
hours.
We traveled for 6?
Traveled for like 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
because we took a break in the middle. All right,
huge
so
break.
it's definitely worn off.
So
424 hit points. Whoa.
What? All right. So what order are you guys doing watching? It's
Will's taking
Will?
first watch.
Arcturus second.
All right. Who's third, fourth, and fifth?
I'm taking the coldest one. I don't know if that's going to be third or fourth.
Maybe fourth.
I'm taking fourth watch.
I'll take last watch, I guess.
Sweet.
It's
Break
Daphne's
up.
third.
Daphne's sleep in the middle of the night.
Yep. If she even gets to sleep in the first couple hours. All right. 2, 4, 5. Terry. While you're keeping watch, early in the morning, you hear some rustling in the grass coming in your direction. Sounds like something big is making its way towards you.
Rouse the troops.
What?
As you start shouting for everyone to wake up, a young half-orc bursts through the tall grass into your camp, and he kind of collapses, and he goes, Milgon saw your fire and came hoping for comrades. Do you offer aid? And it looks like this half-orc has just been like beaten senseless, and like he's all his like leather armor that he was wearing has just been torn to shreds. He's got bite marks all over him. But he's still, you know, he's still like kicking, and it doesn't look like he's been like infirmed in any way, just like he's been beaten and bruised and bitten. He's been like mildly tortured.
Join us, warrior, while we wake and you tell us what your plight is.
What's going on? Who's the hot guy?
Hot guy is Milgoth,
Oh,
or
well,
whatever the hell I named him. He's Milgoth now.
I found a friend.
you certainly did, Terry.
Are you comrades? Milgoth does not want to run anymore.
Oh,
What are you running from?
Milgoth runs from Norse. They Norse attack Milgoth's
Yes.
camp. Brutally attack Milgoth's tribe. Bring us to temple to the east or west. Bring us to temple to the west.
Well, please, sit
Temple
down.
to the east or
West. Temple to the west.
west?
But Milgoth clever. Milgoth know how to open locks. He escapes. Disappears into night.
Riveting. Well, here, sit down. Do you want some water?
Milgoth is quite parched, yes.
Not this one. William, give him your water skin.
William just kind of looks at Daphne before, handing over one of his water skins.
He downs it in one go.
Damn, thirsty boy.
Milgoth is champion at drinking ale. Water is nothing. Milgoth's powerful throat.
Here, let me see if I can do something for you here, hun. And Daphne is going to kind of check him over. Well, I don't have much. It shouldn't give me great spells this time, but I'll give you this. And Daphne is going to uncork her wineskin and pour just a little bit of holy draught on some of his wounds.
Oh no!
Yeah, it hurts like hell. And cast what's the one? Healing word.
The healing word is, oh fuck, it burns!
He does wince a little bit because you're pouring like hard alcohol on his open wounds. But
it's okay. It's got to sanitize. It'll burn, but it'll help.
He goes. Goat lady waste good ale on Milgoth's wounds, but the fire, it relieves the pain. Milgoth appreciates.
Oh, don't worry, hon. This stuff never runs out. See? And she just upturns it, and it just goes and goes and goes.
Milgoth looks like visibly depressed that you're wasting good ale. It doesn't matter that it's endless.
A little gift from Parspuela.
I can check to see if we still have any stew.
You have stew for Milgoth?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
is there any stew left?
Yeah, there's stew left. There's always leftovers with stew.
I scoop out a bowl for a bowl. Yeah, you know what? I think I have an extra bowl here. I scoop out a small bowl for him and I give him some stew.
I mean, it's gone cold because keep that shit on the fire overnight. It's just gonna turn into sludge. But he happily eats a bowl of cold stew.
Well,
Hold on. I am going to use prestidigitation to warm up the bowl of stew.
He happily eats a warm bowl of stew.
Oh, la-di-da.
Your
William showing off.
Morgoth's new friends make good hot meat water. You put plant in hot meat water? Oh, a sign of great chef.
I know. Meats and plants. Loving it.
Morgoth never thought to put food in the food. It's delicious.
Wait till you try chicken that's been battered in egg.
So Milgoth, how many of your tribe were around?
It was a small band. Morgoth's tribe traveled into Pride Lands to hunt. Meat has become scarce this time of year. So we traveled to Pride Lands hoping for fresh meats. However, we are quickly attacked by gnolls. We fought hard, but far too many gnolls to hold off. However, knows no kill. They capture us and drag us to temple.
Huh?
That sounds weird.
Huh.
Normally,
What
Knowles
does this
just
temple look like?
Morgoth not very concerned with architecture, but Morgoth does recall a statue with horns and great bat-like wings.
Ooh.
Morgoth never seen such a creature
So-
before. Like a
Ar-
Ingrid tiefling.
Arcturus looks at Daphne with that, the glasses slightly down the rim of the nose right there, looks over the top of his glasses at her, pushes them back up, clears
What?
his throat, and then says,
Do many of your companions still live?
As far as Morgoth knows, all still live. Morgoth leave in search of more friends. Defeat Knowles. Rescue Morgoth's tribe.
Friends you have found.
Morgoth do his job. And then he just kind of smiles warily, falls backwards, and passes out.
Ugh, great idea. Thumph.
Let's head out at first light.
An hour later, it is first light. This happened like right at the end of the rest.
yeah, I basically spent that time breaking down the rest of my my bedroll area and getting
Yeah,
stuff ready.
getting
Spent
ready
that
to
time
go.
sharpening my axe.
Getting ready to fight some Knowles.
Someone close that window.
It's cold. Close the window.
Wake up.
I'm up. I'm up.
Wake up.
Daphne, this is a dream. You have to wake up.
You
What?
you guys head west.
Do we wake up our friend Milgoth?
Milgoth is out.
Does he wake up?
He's not dead, and like you can rouse him, and he's kind of like, oh, let Milgoth rest. He's sleepy.
Leave him be.
Get over under that shade there.
Yeah, you can kind of roll him under a tree.
I help him over to the. I get him up and we walk over there, and then I let him go back to sleep.
Okay.
He can handle it.
You can pick him up like a little toddler and put him to bed.
We finished our long rest, right?
Yes, you get a long rest.
So.
Did you replenish our water, by the way, Will? Or will you?
Do we want to say we dug like we?
I drank 2
We
gallons
Yeah.
yesterday.
yeah. Are we gonna? So this is gonna come down to: did we dig a hole beforehand and let me fill it, or am I filling it today? Because one of those
Well, you
means I
needed-
don't burn a spell slot.
Well, you needed water to make the stew.
Fair enough.
So you still need like a singular vessel to put all the water in, and then fill
And
the
we had
water
a hole,
skins.
and we lined it with a rhinoceros skin,
There you go. That's one way to do it.
Yeah.
like a
Um,
rhinoceros skin. That was it, draped into a hole.
Yeah, and I mean,
Rhinoceros skin.
you had the
Famous
pit that you dug for the
waterproof.
fire, so you can just repurpose that pit. I'm gonna say digging a 10-gallon hole is a bit of an ordeal.
This
Everybody
water,
loves everybody loves a multi-purpose hole.
this water tastes like rhino.
You eating a lot of rhino?
Have you not?
He's from the Triplans. Yes, he's eating a lot of rhino.
Rhino is a delicacy.
Okay.
Rhino is Pride Land's beef.
They don't got cows out here.
Look, regardless, Daphne's going to gather Terry and William together for another morning nip.
Let me get some of this aid.
So yeah, set your max HP up by 5.
Little
Awesome.
hair of the rhino for you.
All right, you guys get hopped up on some nice aid, and then you start heading west. It's not hard to find. The temple is in the only patch of trees in the hex, and that smoke is still billowing. It looks like they've never put these bonfires out. As you approach, you see that a large amount of the inner part of the copse of trees has been carved out, and there is like a clear path that's just been kind of just like clear cut towards this temple, which is more behavior that is very un-Gnoll like. Gnolls don't really act with that kind of intention. They're more like just, this is useful, we'll live here for now. They don't really like shape their environment. They just kind of make do with whatever the fuck they find.
I got a bad feeling. That
So
these
maybe
gnolls-
we stay off the clear path. Sorry, you were saying.
I wasn't saying
okay.
anything. No.
I was just saying I've got a bad feeling that these gnolls are working for someone.
I don't think you have 10 hit points there, William.
Oh, yeah.
So, as you wander through these trees or whatever, you notice that there are several ledges in this wooded area, like these rocky outcroppings that are just covered in thick, dense nettles. And it looks like this path took the route of least resistance to avoid most of these nettles. So unfortunately, it looks like either you're going through dense, shitty prickle bushes, or you're taking the path. Which you're more than welcome to do, but it's gonna suck.
What, going through the nettles or taking the path?
Yes?
Did anyone bring a machete?
He did not specify.
Well, I can take some.
Note to self: include a machete.
Get a
Well-
machete.
Well, I'd much rather
Use
deal
the-
with some rough brush than deal with getting potentially spotted.
You see Arcturus lean over and say, Alexa, remind me to bring a machete next time.
Your Alexa actually speaks up.
It is right now.
Alexa, goddess of knowledge, speaks to you.
No, goddess of commerce.
It's an evil goddess.
Yep, it would be in Bastion. So you guys rough it through the nettles, and you follow along like the side of the path, and it comes out to about there. You guys show up.
Hi ho, hi ho. We're
You guys see
waiting
the
for
map?
to load.
Oh, you were waiting to load. Okay.
Whoop, there we go.
Hey!
I see it. I see it. A black screen with red squares.
Yay!
Oh boy, those squares are red.
What is
No, I
this?
see it now.
What is this? A map for ants? I should have brought that.
They're the
potion.
scariest.
Now, if I know my colors, red means bad.
Alright, so the building that you guys come across is a very old, just mostly collapsed. It looks like it was once like a keep of sorts. The walls are still fairly high. They're about like 10 to 15 feet high on average, but the tops of them have all crumbled away, leaving them to be like just like this rough, loose stack of stones, more or less. Wooden structures have been built to like recreate specific parts of the structure. So like you'll have like platforms where once like a parapet was. Guarding the front gate, for lack of a better term, is a group of gnolls along with some hyenas, and these gnolls are set up alongside some palisades, not palisades, whatever those spike barriers are called. I can't remember.
I think palisade is right.
A palisade is more.
Palisade is a wall, yeah. It's a French name. I can't remember the French name off the top of my head.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember it.
Yeah, and there's a pair of gnolls up on some like lookout platforms, holding some long bows. They're just kind of keeping watch here, making sure nothing comes down the path.
It's called a cheval de frise.
Yeah, that.
Yep.
You guys have not been spotted as far as you're aware.
Okay, so I don't think we're going to be able to go with the distract them and run in approach. There's way too many of them. So, unfortunately, I don't think we can avoid a fight. Believe
we
me,
can
I
climb the wall.
We could climb the wall. But we'd have to get around it through the dense underbrush. And those nettles fucking sting.
I mean, look at them, they suck.
However, I am okay going through the front door.
What is this structure to the top right of us?
It looks like it was once a parapet, but it's been mostly rebuilt with like a wooden platform. However, the wooden platform itself is kind of shitty and poorly constructed, because probably done by gnolls. And a lot of the platform is collapsed, even like just like this large, unstable pile of wood.
Wow, you're really painting a narrow picture of gnolls tonight.
They don't have thumbs. They can't use hammers.
They are explicitly not craftsmen. Like, that's one of their defining traits, is that gnolls are really shit at making things. It's one they're scavengers by nature. Like,
they are
How
hyenas.
high up is this palisade?
It's a great question.
this platform here, it's about, from where you guys are, it's about a 10-foot climb. From the ground over by like the stump, it would be like a 25-foot climb.
Loving the heat wave effects, by the way.
Yeah, I like that.
Arcturus,
But we could easily get up there and throw a rope down to go wherever we need to go. A good scouting vantage point.
Can you do it without getting caught, though?
That is the question. Well, I've got nothing.
So it's a good chance that whatever you guys do next could lead to combat, and it is 8 o'clock. You guys want to wait till next week? Or we could do it till 9 like we normally would without Jerry.
That's up to Terry.
Terry is kind of tired. I don't know. It's weird to hop into a sesh missing a person and have them come back next week, though, so.
I mean, we're not finishing this in a week. This is we're not doing the one and dones anymore. We hit level 3, we're doing like long arc shit now.
Yeah.
I'm willing to hold off till next week. That way
Yeah.
Jerry can get some sleep.
Yeah, we can call it here. That's fine.
Cool.
is a good stopping point.
And we'll have Aberforth for the fight, which is a big part.
We
Yeah.
we just find Aberforth tied up outside the wall. This is the worst. This is the worst spa ever.
We need our frontliner.
I'd love that'd be great.
Frontliner, he calls him.
Yeah, he has hit points, and him getting hit doesn't make my hit points go lower. He's a frontliner.
Not wrong.
I mean, a rogue with a good enough dex might as well be a dude in plate mail.
True.
Yeah, basically.
Alright.
I mean,
I will catch you folks next week.
Alright, see ya.
Bye-bye.
See you
Sounds
next
good,
week.
everybody.
See ya.